Yeah. The economy. You important thing.
Right,
You mercantile.
Okay, listen here, all you Enlightenment thinkers. I love your thoughts and ideas, and each of you made an influence on the world, but you are too loud. And so to settle your differences, let's just wrap it out.
Okay.
Okay, Hobbes, let's get started. Now, this rap isn't for the lighthearted. See, the name is frickin' John Locke. It's my time. Look at the clock. See, I fought for life, liberty, and property. While you want to give that to one monarchy, these natural rights belong to the people, not a king justified by a steeple. Government should have a contract with men to protect these rights, signed in pen. Absolutism is tyranny plain and clear. Constitutionalism is the only way, my dear.
You make me laugh. Have it end here on your behalf. See, what you just don't seem to get is that the public is in the monarchy's debt. Who is strong to protect and support, not a group of weak men in courts. People are simply reactive creatures so good that they have no special features. Also, never support the king's divine right. You're obviously confused in the wrong fight. Absolutism's the only way to go. You're just a feeble peasant lover, bro.
Okay, you stubborn pig, let's talk impact. I've done more for the world, that's a fact. Who inspired the founding fathers of the United States, who now have to deal with the victory that awaits? My influence is in the Declaration of Independence. In the U.S. Constitution, boy, I have reached ascendance. I basically created an entire new nation. I'm still English though, you tyrannical crustacean. Two treatises of government shook the world. Constitutionalism, life, liberty, and property were my words. I founded modern empiricist thought. Ideas were created through experience, unless you forgot. Now tell me what you did again, try to herd free people into a monarchical pen. Ooh.
Okay, Mr. Empiricist scum. What even is that, you bum? I found a political philosophy, all the other philosophies bow down to me. Elements of law show the human condition, who they are, and their ambition. If I can shock the whole universe, make those dumb democracies curse. I influence giant rulers to really rule. I tutored Charles II, he was my tool. But don't tell him I said that. Kid, you started a riot, your influence is mine on a diet.
Bonjour, Mary. It's me, Olympe. I advocated for women's rights in France, which in England you barely financed. I shouted that women have natural, sacred, and absolute rights. Well, you could never even reach those heights. I wrote Zamora et Mirza about abolitionism. I formed Société des Amis des Noirs against racism. Yeah, I was controversial for activism. I was a commercial. Amidst the French Revolution, I put forth revolutionary thinking. Now tell me about your English slinking.
Ooh, yeah.
English slinking, what are you drinking? I supported your cause without even blinking. An historical and moral view of the origin and progress of the French Revolution. I gave a detailed account of all that confusion. I empowered women. I was their mascot. Tell me what you did with your head in a bascot. Men have no superiority over women. I said that. I also opposed all those politically patriarchal aristocrats. I analyzed the difference between women and men, caused by education experience, time and time again. My name is Mary Wollstonecraft. You think you're better? Don't be daft.
Okay, listen here, I've got something to say. I contributed to the revolution every day. I was involved in working from start to end. I mean, who wrote La Déclaration de la Droits de la Femme, which started women's rights right front and foremost. We are equal to men coast to coast. I fought for women amidst the anarchy to be in the National Assembly of France, you see. Yeah, I got guillotined by my own French, cause I died for my cause. I'm no timid wench. If you look in the books, who is the best there is, next to the definition, you'll see a picture of Gouges.
Oh, nice.
Listen, Mary, I had your fame times 10. Remember vindication of the rights of men? I was out here in England, spreading the word, make sure the voice of women was heard. I was intellectual, independently impacting, feminist theory as it was adamantly attracting, thinkers and scholars from all over. Yeah, I reached far beyond Dover. Let's stop this pointless quarreling, though. I think you're pretty cool as cool goes. Let's settle this and all agree that the greatest ones are Olympe and Mary.
Wow.
Hey yo, my bros Jean-Jacques Rousseau. I drop knowledge and light wherever I go. Power to the people, to the rich and the poor. I also promoted governmental reform. The social contract was my work. Agreement between government and man. Do not go berserk. Man used up certain rights to their leaders. In exchange for the protection of others, I taught the leaders how society corrupts the good of all. Well, you should make people take the fall. Men should be taught to be men, not educated for occupation. Voltaire, you know, I hate your guts. You should just stop before you go nuts.
Straight from the Bastille Penitentiary, I am the greatest writer from the 18th century. I support tolerance like never before. The kind in France is the kind I abhor. Everyone should check out my lectures, philosophies. They show how far I'm willing to speak. I praise England for their religious acceptance, and that got me kicked out of my homeland, France. But I didn't care because I spoke my mind. And if you weren't a despot, I definitely wasn't kind. What I'm trying to say is I'm better than you, as I have done things that you would never dare do.
Listen here, here's the problem, I'm the solution. I'm the mother flippin' father of the friggin' French Revolution. A piece called On Education. Bros' ideas influencing changes in our nation. This book wrote the book on the educational reform. I had to escape France because I broke the norms. My systems and proposals developed over time, till it all came to head in 1789, influencing the Americans of 1775. Power should reside in the public alive. I am all for the democracy. I know people deserve to rule. But this, in terms of this, you got owned by me, kid. You just got schooled.
Let's not slowly ease in. I was literally the voice of reason. I showed intolerance and injustice at the door after I was put on that Bastille floor. And when I published Candide, I talked about the corrupt church's greed. My waves of influence spread out and transformed into rationalism with a shout. They also splashed the question of will. I said we need to use our freedom before we're left nil. Recognize that sediment in 1789. It's true. All the great ideas were mine.
What is this? A dumb Frenchman versus Adam Smith? I'm insulted the man who came up with the invisible hand has been planned to stand against this bland Rousseau contraband. I wrote The Wealth of Nations advising against mercantilism and the governments who wanted a fenced-in market. It should be free. Only that allows the development of capitalist theory. Did I mention my theories on morality and such? Humans tend to be self-interested. Virtue comes from decency's touch. Known as the French Adam Smith, you're a pretender. I think it's time you slink back and surrender.
This is a dumb comparison. You're talking to the man who inspired the Americans. I explain social institutions and the laws. I advise against despotism. No need to applause. I broke government into monarchy, despotic and republican, and separation of powers is up on the up and up again. Yeah, ever heard of a little idea about balances and checks? You can thank me, but I don't even give a heck. In the Persian letters, I made fun of Europeans. I'm the greatest satirist for Ian's. Contraband Rousseau, kid, who are you? I'll have you know, you're speaking with Montesquieu.
Ooh.
Want to talk America? I'll dish. Enough small talk, let's talk big fish. Modern capitalism was my idea. My influence will make you say Ave Maria. You realize that I was the political economist, advising against mercantilism because it was ominous. And now I'm in the Declaration of Independence that took the Americans away from British condescendence. The invisible hand dictates the market. There should be nothing that would demark it. You really think the economy changer would lose to this filthy stranger?
Wow, look at what you did. I'm impressed. I'm sure you're oh so well dressed. Now, do you know what I've done? I've changed modern government and I've just begun. Come on, let's look at America's political layout. Executive, judicial, and legislative is what it's all about. And each branch checks the other's resilience. And now do you see my amazing brilliance? I promote tolerance and learning. How much I've done is concerning. You're never through with Montesquieu, buddy. Mess with me and you're gonna end up bloody.
Wow, what a great rap battle, everyone. In the end, you're all winners. I'm serious. Locke, your ideas influenced many growing constitutional governments across the world. Hobbes, you inspired absolute rulers. Gouges, you fought hard for women's rights and abolitionism in France. Wollstonecraft, you worked in England to inspire feminism. Rousseau, you inspired people to demand rights from their government. Voltaire, you also inspired people with your rationalism and tolerance. Smith, your political economist ideas changed the world economy to be capitalist. Montesquieu, your separation of power changed political theory and ideas about despotism. The American War for Independence, the French Revolution, and more came out of these ideas. Without you Enlightenment thinkers, we wouldn't be having these rap battles.
You're
welcome.